Please stop scrolling and listen to me just for a second. Along with everything going on in the world right now, I would like to introduce you to my friend Alejandro Vargas Martinez. In December 2018, he was walking to school, an innocent 15-year-old child, and he was shot. And still to this day, there has been no arrest made. I want to spread awareness, and I want his name to be heard, and I want justice to be served because he deserves justice. His life was amazing, and his life was worth it, and Black Lives Matter. And I'm not black, but I mourn with you. So please share this video, and please spread awareness and get justice for my friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, the volume inside of this bus is astronomical. It is way
Here are some things the media won't tell you about what's going on in Minneapolis right now. The alleged $20 bill that was forged by George Floyd turned out to be real. Cops were the ones that started the fires. Protests were peaceful until the cops fired first with stun grenades, tear gas, and rubber bullets. Most of the major news sites and media outlets, primarily the right-wing ones, are trying to make the rioters look bad by adding fake gunshot sounds into their clips and their live, broadcastings, live, right? In reality, I'm going to tell you right now, our only threat right here in Minneapolis is the fucking cops. Target isn't being looted just for the fucking sake of it. They refuse to sell milk, water, hydrogen peroxide, and other supplies to protesters who were hurt at the hands of police. There are more officers standing outside Derek Chauvin's house to protect him than there are police officers helping citizens hurt at the hands of the police.
Anyone saying Black Lives Matter too? 11. That's how many times I can't breathe, 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 I can't breathe. Eric Garner said I can't breathe before he was killed by police. So I guess those 3 words only mean stop if you're white. 15. That's how old Cameron Sterling was when he lost his father. 15. That's how old Cameron Sterling was when he said we must protest the right way. 15. That's how old Cameron Sterling was when he said peace, not guns. 20. So why were 20 officers shot in retaliation when all that separates black and blue is only a few shades? 52. It's been 52 years since the Civil Rights Act passed and everyone supposedly became equal. Well, guess what? We're in 2016 and films about equality are still part of the fantasy genre. 102.
Black man. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. I might not be the same, but that's not important. No freedom till we're equal. Damn right I support it. This is America. Don't got you slipping now. Look how I'm living now. Police be tripping now. Yeah, this is America. Guns in my area. I got the strap. Say congratulations. This is America. Work so hard for don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now.
As a person who has been given the platform to be an influencer, I have realized that with that title, I have a job to inform people on the racial inequalities in the world right now. How come when it comes to the color of a person's skin, they're treated differently? A man was killed. His life was ended. "Don't kill me," George Floyd says as his last words. His life should not be over, and his name needs to be heard. George Floyd, a father and a person, a human who lost their life because of the color of their skin. We, people of all colors, need to speak up at a time like this. I have also come across lots of people speaking up and saying that the Black Lives Matter fist that many people are using as their profile picture are for the Black community to use only. I have since changed mine back, but I will continue to spread these messages and be an ally. We all have a voice. We need to stand up for what is right and stick together.
Might not be the same, but that's not important. No freedom till we're equal. Damn right I support it. I might not be the same, but that's not important. No freedom till we're equal. Damn right I support it.
Jackson.
It was a high-pressure situation. An officer made a judgment call.
No, there's no judgment in that call. That was just a reaction. You see skin color. We all do, but the reaction that you give to a white kid versus a brown kid in that split second, that's the measurable, fixable difference. Bias is human. You have guns. You're using guns. So yours is lethal.
You aren't racist. We just never know who has a gun.
I didn't say anything about racist. I said bias. And lucky for us, bias is fixable. You have protocols in place. Those can be adjusted. You can fix it. Or you can keep pretending that it doesn't exist at all. Kids are dying. This kid is dead. For what? So many people that look just like him are dying. For what?
I run it up, they busy running their mouth. I'm a real ass, rich ass bitch from the south. Yeah, bitch, I got you, man. Bitch from the south. Come catch 'em if you can. Bitch from the south.
But if God got us, then we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be.
Can't fucking do that!
Stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home. Far across the river, do you hit freedom?
We just wanna ride, just for you. We just wanna ride, just for you. I don't wanna die, just for you. We gotta dance and shake the breeze. We just wanna.
Never have I ever white people edition. Put a finger down if you've ever been to Starbucks more than twice in the same day. Put a finger down if for some reason your family arrives super early at the airport. Put a finger down if you own cowboy boots, Birkenstocks, or Crocs. Put a finger down if you've ever struggled to find someone who looks similar to you in TV shows or movies. Put a finger down if you've ever been bullied at school or excluded from friend groups because of your skin color. Put a finger down if you've ever been denied a job, housing, loan, or an education because of your skin color. Put a finger down if you've ever been stopped or questioned by the authorities or had the authorities called on you even when you weren't doing anything wrong because you looked suspicious or threatening. Put a finger down if you've ever been verbally or physically assaulted because of your skin color. And lastly, put a finger down if you have ever been murdered solely for being white. Notice how you still have 7 or more fingers up? That is white privilege. What is not clicking? What do you not understand at this point?
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours, it will be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure, we will be sure. Oh, glory.
No justice? No justice? No justice?
I'm scared.
Y'all gonna find any fucking reason to shoot, bro. Y'all gonna find any reason because he black. Because he black, because the color of our fucking skin, we get punished. We get punished. We get fucking punished.
Black man. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. Look how I'm geeking now. I'm so.
I might not be the same, but that's not important. No freedom till we're equal. Damn right I support it.
This is America. Don't got you slipping now. Look how I'm living now. Police be tripping now. Yeah, this is America. Guns in my area. I got the strap. Now they always say congratulations. This is America. Don't got you slipping now. Don't got you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. This is America. Don't got you slipping now.
Because Black Lives Matter, but not till they're dead, right? For Keith Childress, may he rest in peace, who was shot and killed in December of 2015 when the police officer mistook his phone for a weapon. No officers were charged with this crime. For Betty Jones, may she rest in peace, who was shot and killed by a police officer on Christmas Day after opening the door. No officers have been charged with this crime. For Kevin Matthews, may he rest in peace, who was pepper sprayed and shot after getting into an altercation with the officer. Kevin was schizophrenic. No officers have been charged with this crime. For Michael Noel, may he rest in peace. He was only 32 when he had a mental breakdown. His mother called the police for his own safety, yet he was handcuffed and shot twice with no officers being charged for this crime. For Michael Lee Marshall, may he rest in peace. A 50-year-old man who was unarmed and mentally ill was restrained by 3 sheriff deputies to an unconscious state where he later died 9 days after on life support. No officers have been charged with this crime. And for George Floyd, may he rest in peace, who was handcuffed with his face shoved into the hot concrete, who was slowly suffocated by the knee of one officer as the other stood and watched. No officers have been charged with this crime.
I might not be the same, but that's not important. No freedom till we're equal. Damn right I support it.
Recently, I've seen a lot of white people ask, how is this happening? How does this continue to happen? How can the police just be killing unarmed, innocent black citizens? Well, let me show you some history. This right here is the badge of a runaway slave patrol officer, AKA the actual local law enforcement. In the 1860s, these were people paid by private citizens to hunt and kill black people. And this is a very modern day badge of a sheriff today. You add all this up plus the alliance of the KKK in the 1960s, and we have an extremely inherently racist, corrupt police system. Now, I'm not saying that every police officer is a racist person and a murderer, but I am saying at the core of the police organization, there is a system of racism and corruption. So if you want to know what you can do, just know the country is built on some bullshit, and we need your help changing it.
I might not be the same, but that's not important. No freedom till we're equal. Damn right I support it.
I will always love you how I do. Let go of a prayer for you. Just a sweet word.
Okay, this video is extremely hard for me to make, so please bear with me. The photograph that I'm about to show you is extremely troubling, so please consider this your formal trigger warning. Given the current political climate of our country, I feel it is necessary for me to use my white privilege for something positive, so here it goes. This is my hometown's high school wrestling team. My personal connection to 3 of the individuals in this photo is extremely troubling to me as a passionate member of the Black Lives Matter movement. This kid with the paddle, his name is Timothy Hinkle. This kid right above my head, his name is Drew Horan. And this kid right here, his name is Josh, aka John Soto. People like to ask me all the time why I support the BLM movement when I'm not even black, and to that I answer with this extremely graphic photograph. None of these kids were held accountable for taking this when it was taken very clearly on school property. I support Black Lives Matter because black lives are human lives, and if you don't think so, you've got a screw loose in your head and you need help. Have a good day.
Hairbrush.
Looked like a weapon.
What's this in my hand right now? You're gonna tell me that this looks like a weapon?
In his hand, yes.
What about in my hand? Huh? Huh? Does it look like a weapon? Does it look like a weapon now? Get on the ground, now. Get on the ground before I shoot you. Don't move. Don't move before I shoot you with this. What in the hell did I just say? Don't move. Haley, look at me and stop crying. That's what it's like.
Daily dose of good. This white boy wanted to get a haircut just like his black friend to try and trick their teacher into thinking they were twins. They didn't notice the obvious, that they were different colors, which shows that no one is born with racism, and it is rather taught.